Alright, so in this video we're going to work on the generator. Cameron's over there splitting wood. And what do you mean, the generator, you ask? Well, we got this generator from a dude for 40 bucks. And we're trying to make it go. It wants to go, but it doesn't. For some reason they had the governor spring hooked onto the arm instead of on the actual holes it's supposed to go to, and when we started the first time, it would rev up and then the governor would almost kill it, and then rev back down, and then rev up and then rev down. So I cleaned the carburetor, and now I thought it was just giving it too much gas. You can't see it now because I have the tank to where I won't put gas in the carburetor. I thought it was just getting too much gas when I pulled on it, but I let it sit for a day and it actually still had gas coming out of it. So yeah, I think what the problem is the float bowl. It's going too high before it has to close, so it's letting gas in continually. It's either never closing or letting too much gas in. So I'm going to take that off and see if I can fix that. Tools. It's a 10 mil. That's not a 10. That's a 12. It's a 10 millimeter. I take that back. It is a 12. By the way, this is the generator. It's a Yamaha EF 4000 DVE, and I could not find any videos on this specific one. I found one video that had a similar one, and it was just the thing running, and that was it. So hopefully, if anyone else has the same generator, this might help. Might not. I don't know. I'm just going to show you what happens when I do stuff to it. So it's missing a few parts. It's like, well, this screw isn't original. I just found it and it fits. This is missing the cover, the airbox, and obviously doesn't have a filter. Yank it off. These chewed up, but these work great for clamping out fuel hoses. And you gotta get the thingy, the clamp, hose clamp, and then it should just pop right off, like that. And the carburetor. The spring. I don't know if you can see that. Everything's in the way. Spring. Should just pop off. A little coaxing. There we go. This linkage is fun. For some reason it's not there. Okay, it made a liar out of me. Came off easy that time. So we'll just set that there so we don't lose it. Yeah. I don't know exactly what these things do. They're little diaphragm type things, but they do that. I had to clean them up. They were really rusty. Didn't want to move. Here's the choke. I sanded that a little bit too much. It moves too much on its own. Need a screwdriver for this. Pop this off. This one is way too tight. And this one is way too loose. It just kind of pops right off. I'll have to fix that one day once I figure out what it's supposed to even do. There we go. And the carburetor should come right off like that. Now, whenever you're working with carburetors, you should make sure you get them as close to the fire as possible. It's the safest thing to do. Just so you make sure that it'll explode. If you didn't catch that, that was sarcasm. But oh, leaky. Now I actually do need a 10 millimeter for the bowl nut right here. But first, oh man, this thing's freezing cold. But as there's not a lot. There's half a tank of gas. This was full the other day. when I let it sit, and it drained to about half. But we're just gonna drain that back in if we can. My finger's good for that. I don't know. Yeah, just trying to crack the ball nut. Drippy, drippy, drip. Oh, drippy, drippy. There we go. Okay, that'll work. That'll do. This thing is freezing. My finger's about to freeze off. I'm sure you guys want to watch gas drain from a carburetor for 2 minutes straight. There we go. It's off. Now we get the actual bowl. There we go. It actually didn't have anything left. Okay, that's good. Funny story about this thing. I guess not funny story, but just condition it was when we got it. The bowl actually didn't even have a gasket. I had to take a bowl gasket from another carburetor and make it fit. And it also didn't have a gasket washer for the, didn't have a bowl nut washer, so I had to take that from the same other carburetor. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the float. It goes up way, you know what? I see why. That needle doesn't even seat. You can't see that, but I can see it, that needle doesn't even seat. That's the whole problem. So while I'm in here, I'll go ahead and show you all the jets and their positions. Oh yeah, this piece is broken, but it stays if you hammer it in, so that's not a problem. So this first jet, I don't know what it is. It's one of the jets, that's all I can say. But it unscrews. It's right here. If I can get it. I had that way too tight. Okay. Yeah. I actually took the jets out and put them in parts cleaner the second time I had this apart. Yeah. That's a jet. That's about all I can say about it. This one has to come out if you take the float out. So, just so you know. It'll get in the way. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, so I will not make that super tight this time. Here, you've got the main jet. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to unscrew it. It takes a little while. Not sure what's happening. I got it cross-threaded. Let's see. Does not feel right. Try that again. Okay, maybe there's just some junk in there, but it does not feel right. Should not have that much resistance. Oh, that's not good. If I break this thing, I'm gonna be upset with myself. That is not good. It feels like it's cross-threading like crazy, and it's stuck in between now. You know what? I've never taken that middle one out without taking this one out first. Ow, I just stabbed myself. So maybe that's the problem, I'm hoping. Yeah, maybe. Oops, I just dropped it. There might just be something stuck in there, I don't know, but really screwed up something. It should not be that hard. Feels like it's, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that jet in there. Main jets are pretty straightforward, I think. I probably screwed it up by having that first one in there that I dropped. I have to go find it. Cameron saved the day. He found the jet that I dropped because I'm stupid. Here it is, if you didn't see it. And I don't know if I want to try to get the main jet out again. I don't even need to get it out. Just wanted to show you. Looks like it might actually come out this time. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Looks like I boogered it all up, but at least it's not dead. Kind of wanted to run it through again just to make sure the threads are okay, which it seems like they are. The elusive main jet. Looks like any other main jet. Yeah, so I just kind of did that a little bit. We didn't have any of the carb cleaner left, so just put that jet back in, nice and careful, like, not kill it this time. And it's like something never doesn't go wrong unless you're trying to film it, because I've taken this thing apart twice already, and that's never happened. I should have thought of that second jet. I don't even know what you call it. Did I set that freaking thing down again? No, I did. Okay, I did, but I didn't lose it this time. Thank goodness. Put it in the bowl. Yeah, that's much better. It goes in like butter. Just don't put actual butter in your carburetor. That would probably be bad. Okay, I think that... Nope. I messed up the thread so much that every turn feels like it's in, but it keeps going. Oh, there we go. That's it. That's it for sure. It's in there. Alright, we'll put this beauty back in. Just like that. Actually, we'll leave it out because we need to mess with the float. As you can see, it's damaged. Which isn't a huge deal. We can just take the bent screwdriver. Just do this a little bit. Yeah, that didn't quite get in there. Just try it again. There. Well, it worked before. It's not going to be perfect. That'll actually that'll hold. But as you can see, this the needle valve, don't think is seating, or when it is, it's way too high. So hopefully, to fix that, all we have to do is bend this thing up. Would be down normally. Okay, we might have to take it off to do that. I shouldn't have hammered on it. Just pop that thing back out. There we go. Comes right up, and let's see. Should just be able to bend it. I might need some pliers. That'll work. Just kind of. Maybe not. Just do it by hand. There we go. That might actually do it. Unless I did it the wrong way, which would be likely. Yeah. Stick the pin back in. And I think that actually looks pretty darn good. Looks like it might be too much, because that doesn't actually unseat. And yummy. And it looks like it's right about where it started. use a little more than that, I think. Oh, I could just bend it on here. Let me try that. There we go. See. Okay, so that does seat, and there's still a tiny bit more room for it to give, and it does open up when it goes down. So that might be operational. I'm not sure. I think we could use a tiny bit more. Up. There we go. Not much. Yeah. I think that just about does it. You can see it's pretty level, and it seats. I think it's pretty loose, but it does seat up here, so it's not going to let the gas level get too high. Let me knock that pin back in real quick. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. And that's proper operation of the float bowl. Float, I mean. Yeah, that's good. So that's that fixed. There is also there's an adjustment screw. I think it's an air screw. It's not really adjusted because the thing hasn't run properly, so I think I put it at 1.5 turns out, because that's what a lot of things take stock. There is another jet. Do I dare take it out? I think I do. It's right here. I don't know what it does, but it is a jet, so I'll show you. And voila! This one got really clean, the parts cleaner, which I'm happy about. Put that right back in. You do have to be careful with these. Of course, I'd be the one saying that screwed them up, but they are brass. You don't want to mess up the threads by over tightening them, or I don't know, or the head. Like I almost killed the flat head on the end of it. But yeah, just give it a nice snug twist. There we go. That should do it. And there's also the idle screw right here. I'll leave that about there. It's probably okay. And with this set, I think we'll be fine to put it back on and put it back together. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, just put the bowl right here. Bone nut and gasket washer thingamabob. There we go. And we'll tighten her back up. She should be good to go. So essentially it goes on backwards of the way you took it off. So push it on there. Need to take care of this governor linkage real quick. It seems to be easier to put it on, or take it off. It's already on here for some reason. So we'll do that. Put it on the same way. There we go. This is really easy. And the spring, same way, like that. And I don't know what this is, but it goes in that hole right there. Shove that on there. Make sure this still attached right here. And then don't forget this one. Still don't know what it's for, but there we go. It's on. We'll do the fuel hose next. Pop on. Okay, the moment of truth. If it's gonna leak, it's gonna leak now. Alright, put that clamp on there. Keep it from popping off. Oh yeah, I busted this gasket. I'm gonna have to replace it eventually. Put that back on. Do the swippy swappy for the 10 to a 12. Drop all the nuts and then put them back on. Just like that. There we go. And now I'm not entirely sure why it was not running, because at some point it would start and then die, and then that's when I cleaned the carburetor the second time, I think. But now well, I'm thinking with it flooded like that, there just wasn't, it was just full of gas and there wasn't any carburation action at all. So there wasn't any air for it to suck up gas with and atomize it, so thinking maybe it wasn't even putting gas in the engine, it was just all leaking out, so we'll see. Oh yeah, there's also no way to kill this unless I choke it, I think, so make sure the gasket's in there. I think it is. We'll find out in a second. Choke on. The bowl should be full somewhat, so may have to put gas in it, but let's give her a yank. Oh, fired. It wants to go. Ah, it's leaking more. That's not good. Okay, so there might be something wrong with that float needle. Okay. I don't know what to do really at this point. Should be working. I probably should have checked to make sure it actually sealed the needle valve, but do that now, I guess. Alright, so I'm about to check for leaks by blowing into a straw. Wish me luck. Okay, seems to be working because the only air I feel is coming through here.
What is that, a new vapor? A new vape?
You're smoking a carburetor.
Yeah.
That's not good for you.
I'm blowing, I'm not breathing it in. I don't know, the only thing I think of is make it lower again. I'll try that, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try to seal this off, maybe. It should be sealing, I don't get it. Is this not floating gas or something? And of course, I just realized, like an idiot, I left the jet in the bowl when I put it on the carburetor, so I don't know where it is. Have to find it again. This is really frustrating. So Cameron once again saved the day, found the jet when I could not. I think what I want to do, first of all, put this somewhere where I won't lose it. I'm going to take some gas, fill this, make sure it'll hold float in gas. Use some other container maybe? Tell you what I'll do is just bend it first. Maybe that's more like what it should be, because then once it's at the top, before it gets to the top, it's going to be pushing on it pretty hard, so I don't feel any air coming from there, so it should be fine, in theory. might just put it back on there, see what happens. And that's probably going to be the last thing that I do in this video, because I have no more time after this. Make sure we'll put this jet back in. Maybe it has something to do with this jet. I don't know, not being in there. Put it back. Crank it down as hard as possible. Just kidding. Gently snug it with a nugget. There we go. That's not going anywhere, so we're good there. Okay, I think that should do it. Ideally. I think what I'll do though is not put everything on. I'm just gonna attach the fuel line and see what happens, and we'll go from there. Don't make it super tight because it's actually kind of hard to get off. If you do, there we go. That should do it. Okay. Should do it, and we'll see how it does. I'm not sure. Should be dumping straight in, so hopefully we don't see anything crazy. We might be safe, which is surprising, to say the least. I would be happy and excited if we got this running today, but I don't have high hopes still. Let's put it back together. I've done this so many times that I'm starting to forget things, just like that jet. I'm starting to second guess myself on whether I have everything that goes on there, which I believe I do, but you know how that goes sometimes. Alright, there's no gas coming out, which is a good sign. Probably means it's good, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Let's give her a yank. Choke on. No gas, that's a good sign. Okay, it's not working. It might just be low on gas in the gas tank, but we'll have to pick it up another time because I have other things to do. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later.